The laughter from the hotel balcony cut through Daniel's heart like broken glass. His wife, Julia, stood there in the arms of another man, his own business partner, while their children slept in the next room. Daniel's hands trembled as he gripped the balcony doorframe, his breath coming in ragged gasps. This was supposed to be a family trip to save their marriage. Instead, he was staring at the ultimate betrayal, and in that single moment, Daniel made a silent vow. This would not end with tears. It would end with justice, his justice. Daniel didn't say a word that night. He waited, pretending to sleep next to Julia as she quietly crept back into bed, smelling of someone else's cologne. His rage was volcanic, but he buried it beneath a mask of calm. The next morning, he smiled at breakfast, played with the kids, and acted like nothing had happened. But inside, his mind was already at war, plotting every move. Julia had been distant for months. She blamed stress, long hours, and Daniel's obsession with work. He thought this trip would fix things, but now he knew the truth. She had chosen someone else, someone close to him. Every smile she gave during the day became a dagger. Every laugh felt like a mockery. Daniel began collecting small clues, the texts she tried to hide, the glances across the dinner table when she thought no one was watching, the way she would suddenly need to take a walk when his business partner was nearby. Daniel didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, he began to build his plan piece by piece. He hacked into her phone, saved the messages, recorded the calls. He spent his nights staring at the ceiling, hearing their whispered words replaying in his mind. The trip stretched on for 3 more days. Daniel organized excursions, took photos with the kids, and planned every detail of his revenge in silence. Each moment he spent with Julia was a performance, but inside he felt himself becoming someone darker, colder, someone capable of doing whatever it took to destroy her and the man who had betrayed him. On the last night of the trip, Julia kissed him on the cheek before bed. Her lips were warm, her smile soft, and Daniel smiled back. But behind that smile, his decision was already carved in stone. The morning they returned home, Daniel set everything into motion. He invited his extended family over for dinner, including his parents, siblings, and closest friends. Julia thought it was just a welcome home celebration. She even dressed up for the occasion, unaware that this was the night Daniel had been waiting for. After dinner, when everyone was gathered in the living room, Daniel stood up and cleared his throat. "I have something to share," he said. Julia smiled nervously, expecting a toast. Daniel turned on the TV. The room went silent. One by one, he played the videos and read aloud the messages he had collected. Julia's face went pale, her hands trembling as the truth unfolded before everyone's eyes. His business partner, sitting across the room, broke into a cold sweat, unable to speak. The room erupted. Gasps, murmurs, and angry shouts filled the air. Julia tried to explain, tears streaming down her face, but Daniel silenced her with a single raised hand. "This family trip was supposed to fix us," Daniel said, his voice steady but cold. "Instead, it exposed you. You humiliated me in front of my children. And now, I'm done pretending." He handed Julia divorce papers in front of everyone. Then, in the most devastating blow, he turned to the business partner and announced that he had already bought out his shares in the company, a deal Daniel had secretly negotiated while on the trip. "You have nothing left here," Daniel said. "Not my wife. Not my business. Not my respect." Julia broke down completely, begging him to reconsider. But Daniel walked out of the house without another word, leaving her in tears as his family stared in stunned silence. From that night on, Daniel never looked back. Julia lost everything: her marriage, her financial security, and the reputation she once held among their family and friends. Daniel rebuilt his company, focused on his children, and poured his energy into success. The memory of Julia's face that night became his fuel, pushing him higher, harder, further than ever before. He had taken his cheating wife on a family trip, but it was no vacation. It was the stage for his vengeance, and when the curtain fell, he was the only one left standing. Moral of the story: revenge may not heal the wound, but it ensures the guilty never forget the pain they caused.